Hello everyone, welcome to SW News. My name is Aarti. I want to start today's video with an interesting fact. Do you know that London's Metropolitan Police are generally called bobbies? They are known as British bobbies. Well, if you go by the popular perception, then bobby is not something that really suits a police officer. And there is a very interesting story behind this. Sir Robert Peel established London's Metropolitan Police Force in 1829. When he took over as the Home Secretary, there was no consolidated police force in Britain. So he undertook the task and established a force to patrol all of the metropolitan London. The whole concept was to distinguish these bobbies from the military. So the bobbies would never carry guns. They don't even today. The whole concept was to distinguish these bobbies from the military. So the bobbies would never carry guns. They don't even today. And there were certain principles laid down for them. These principles stated that the purpose of the force was crime prevention and that police must behave in such a way as to win the respect and cooperation of the public. Officers were asked to offer service, courtesy and friendliness to all the members of the public regardless of their social standing and to use physical force only when absolutely necessary. The police were to be judged not on the number of arrests but rather on the absence of crime and disorder in their area. The principles defined a theory known as policing by consent. Even today, if a cycle of a kid breaks down in the middle of the street, these bobbies help them fix it. The idea was to create a force that acts as an aid to the public at large and not a force that will scare people into blind obedience. Now watch this video. In this video, you see officials from two institutes that are meant to serve and protect the people of India. One of them is an IAS officer and there are some policemen. The IAS officer is giving some instructions to the policemen over how to deal with the protesting farmers. Watch this video first.
सिंपल है, जो भी हो यहाँ से इससे कोई भी नागा मार इसी तरह स्पष्ट कर देता हूँ, सर छोड़ देता हूँ। हाँ, कहाँ से है सर? मैं ड्यूटी मैजिस्ट्रेट और लिखित में बता रहा हूँ। कितने लग मारता? कोई डाउट? मारोगे? कोई जाएगा इसको बीच करके? सीधे उठा के मारना पीछे। कोई डाउट नहीं है, कोई डायरेक्शन की जरूरत नहीं है। क्लियर है? ये नाका किसी भी हालत में हम रीच नहीं होने देंगे। हमारे पास पर्याप्त फोर्स पीछे है, 100 की फोर्स पीछे यहाँ पे आपको खड़ा रखा है। शुरू में जिस समय कोई इशू नहीं है, मारोगे ना? ठीक है, क्लियर है? हेलमेट पहन लो, ये और हेलमेट तो हम अलर्ट लेकर बैठे मिलना यहाँ पे। ठीक है, हम पूरी रात नहीं सोए यार, 2 दिन से ड्यूटी कर रहे हैं। आप तो सो के आए हो थोड़ा, कोई बात नहीं, अभी खींचना अभी 6 घंटे। ठीक है, क्लियर है सर? ठीक है, कर लो यहाँ पे। यहाँ से एक बंदा नहीं जाना चाहिए यार, मेरे पास आए नहीं यार, और अगर गया ना तो उसका सर फुटा होना चाहिए किसी का। ठीक है, क्लियर है ना आपको?
Break their heads. सर फोड़ देना. I'm giving you in writing. Don't allow them to cross the barricades. खींच के लट मारना. These are the words used by the duty magistrate Ayush Sinha. And result? This is what the result is. Police traded blows on unarmed protesters, literally cracking their heads until they bled. And that reminds me of the stories we were told in school about the British Imperial Police, how they beat up unarmed protesters during Dandi Yatra, how they would beat up and shoot protesters demanding freedom. When we celebrate the 75th year of independence, one wonders how far have we come in terms of policing in the country, or did we come far from it at all? In this video today, we will talk about this. If you like this perspective that we bring to you, please do like our videos, comment below it and do subscribe to our channel. Now let us begin with the topic. Karnal SDM Ayush Sinha's video created a lot of furore and led to outrage. A 2018 batch IAS officer, Sinha, is posted as a sub-divisional magistrate in Karnal district. While Deputy CM of Haryana, Dushyant Chautala, promised action against him, State Chief Minister ML Khattar seemed to defend Sinha's actions. Chief Minister ML Khattar today said that words were wrong but the intentions were correct. He said, officer's choice of words was wrong. The administration will look into the matter. He should not have spoken these words, but strictness was needed to maintain law and order. Watch what he said.
लोकतंत्र की सुरक्षा करना शासन प्रशासन गवर्नर सबका काम है, तो लेकिन शब्दों का चयन संभल के करना चाहिए। और जब लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को मेंटेन करने के लिए फोर्सेस काम करती हैं तो क्या क्या नहीं होता है, सारी शक्ति उपयोग की जाती है। शक्ति तो लोकतंत्र को मेंटेन करने के लिए करनी चाहिए थी।
On the other hand, Karnal DM Nishant Yadav also defended his officer. He said that some words should not have been used. As head of Karnal administration, I express my regret. But SDM on duty is a sincere officer. He used some words in heat of the moment he should not have, but his intention was not wrong. We used halka bal prayog. He then also said that the video that is being shared is doctored. Now it must be noted here, 10 protesting farmers were injured in the police lathi charge. Some pictures shared by local journalists show a young protester aged 30 has suffered severe injury on head with almost 7 cm long wound. Another farmer, Sushil Kajal, according to his family members, died following the police lathi charge, and even after this, the DM goes on record to say that it was a halka bal prayog. In September 2020, the Indian Civil Service shed an apparent colonial tag and adopted the name Indian Administrative Service. But it seems that the administration, the bureaucrats, are turning less civil with every passing day. The question is, why have our bureaucrats, our police that is supposed to protect us, the people, are using brute force to quell the protest by members of the society? What empowers them to behave in such a way? What emboldens them to order breaking protesters' heads? I believe that the answer somewhat also lies in the attitude of those who command them. Although the IAS and IPS is expected to remain neutral no matter which political party comes to power, we cannot deny that the attitude of the ruling party also somehow reflects the attitude of the police and other services. It is always said that the culture built at the top trickles down. So if the leader is maybe compassionate to others, those working under him will also show empathy to others. If the leader is ruthless to others, those working under him might also be ruthless to others. When the ruling party, the BJP, calls protesting farmers as anti-national, Khalistani and even Mawali, calls their protest for their demands an international conspiracy to defame the nation, what they essentially do is to reduce the value of the farmers to these labels. So when the police or the IAS officer goes to the protest to control law and order situation there, probably what he sees is not a farmer fighting for his rights, but a Mawali, an anti-national or a Khalistani who has to be tackled with a brute force. Now I am not saying that the government ordered them to do so, but the government did embolden them to do so. When the chief minister justified his action and when the DM called the brutal lathi charge halka bal prayog. And this is not the first time. Remember police entering the Jamia library and thrashing students. One of them lost his eye. Remember the Tripura DM who thrashed people attending a wedding saying that they flouted COVID norms. Or this IAS officer who thrashed the journalist during UP local polls. The point is, we vote people to power, they form the government, and there are bureaucrats who help them in administration. The sole aim of this entire exercise is to serve the people and not to rule over them. They are supposed to be servants of the people and not rulers of the people. The British left us 75 years ago. We like to believe that we have shed the colonial era tag from us, but until and unless our police force, our IAS officers don't become friends and servants of the people in this true sense, we won't really shed the colonial tag from a pillar that holds our democracy. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.